because I heard that you wanted to get into why choose, but you don't know where to start, but you want to make it black. And you know, my whole thing is, why have one when you can have five? I'm just saying. What up, Search fam? Sharde here. Welcome back to the channel. If you are new, my name is Sharde. I'm out here curating and co-creating a cool ass life, and I'm trying to get your reverse harem why choose books up. Okay? Whether you keep coming back or this is your first time coming across my little corner of the internet, make sure you hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell so you can be made aware of every time I post a new video, which is usually on the weekends. All right, good people. As I said, we're talking about reverse harem today. We're talking about why choose, but we're making it black. I'm going to give you some recommendations for this trope of book with either black main characters or by black authors. Now, I have a few, most of them I have read, so I can sign off on them. Some of them are on my TBR. They're sitting right here. I do have a couple that are in physical copy, but I've read most of these on digital via KU or whatever. So, without further ado, let me give you this. So we'll start with one that I have read, and y'all just heard me talk about this in January, and that is I Got Abducted and landed in a rom-com. I got abducted by aliens, and now I'm trapped in a rom-com by Kimberly Lemming. And this has black female main character by a black author, but also this has two love interests. And so the main character, Dorothy, is a biologist, a wildlife biologist, PhD student, and she's out observing meerkats when she gets abducted and taken to a planet where another species of alien has been taken there after their planet got destroyed for 10 years. Now they don't have enough people to procreate, so they're trying out humans. So they tried to make this planet habitable for humans, and child is not. But the two love interests, one is very surly and the other is very unserious. It is hysterical. Kimberly Lemming's humor is absolutely deranged, and I love it. I've read all of her books. I love them all. She's one of my no look, just buy authors. So if you want to laugh but get like some spicy, why choose this one? I would say the spice in this one, I give it 3.5 to 4 chili peppers, because it's kind of spicy in places. I'm not gonna hold you. And when you start dealing with like alien appendages, it gets a little saucy. So like, again, for this one and all of the books, read the trigger warnings, because the authors do put trigger warnings at the beginning of their books. Another one that is on my TBR, but I love the author's work. They are black, two-spirited, and that's RM Virtues. So I just got this. If you saw my first quarter haul. This is called Divine Intervention, and this was done in partnership with quite a few romance authors. So like the other side of this book has another Why Choose with from Katie Robert. But we're not talking about Katie Robert right now. We talk about RM Virtues. Divine Intervention is a Goldilocks remix. That's what they're calling it, where the main character is a witch who must work with her ex's father, who she betrayed, and an angel to steal a magic chalice from the auction floor. But things get scorchingly complicated when all three agree that revenge is best served in the bedroom. And this is a part of the Black Rose auction series. So I have not read this one yet, but I'm excited to read this one probably by end of spring. So I can't tell you how spicy this one is, but I would say like RM Virtues from other books that I've read, this will probably be maybe a 4 on the spice. And then this one has been staring at me like over there for a couple of years, and that's No One's Gonna Take Her Soul Away by Amanda Weaver. Amanda Weaver, Black author, indie author, and character is Blac. So this is Sapphic. And it's a Dante's Inferno retelling. I was so excited about this one because it came out on my birthday last year. And I just haven't gotten to read it. I haven't been in the space for it. But I'm going to read you the back because, again, I haven't read it. I started it, actually. I probably got like 20 pages in. Sapphira Gale is dead. What's worse, she's in Pandemonia, cast down to the worst part of this hellscape by a terrifying mercurial goddess who determines the fate of every being. Sapphira knows she doesn't belong in Pandemonia. She plans to escape, confront the goddess, and return across the veil back to the land of the living to find the person responsible for her death. But the journey is treacherous. Sapphira must travel the path of the damned, following it through every part of Pandemonia to make it to the goddess's seat of power. Along the way, she meets an irritable yet caring vampire who soothes Sapphira's broken heart, a charismatic werewolf nursing a betrayal similar to Sapphira's, and a melancholic demon determined to get her freedom by any means necessary, though she recruits them as allies on her quest for retribution. This is Pandemonia after all. Can any of them truly be trusted? And will Sapphira escape, or will she remain tortured for all eternity? So, again, I'm still excited about reading this one. And I read House of Transcendence by Amanda Weaver, and I loved it. It was so good. So, we love dark retellings, chat. No, I have one from Cleo Evans, who is not a Black author to my knowledge, but she wrote a Black FMC in Cosmic Kiss. And this is... I forget the name of the series, but the main character is pretty much a performer in this. Oh, it's the Alien Burlesque series. There you go. So she's a performer in Alien Burlesque on these various planets, and she catches the attention of like Wayward Prince and his chancellor, and they at first are like fighting over her, and then they like all get together. This is another one. It's aliens. So when we start talking about like pocketbooks and tentacle appendages, I'm gonna say the spice. Cleo Evans gonna give you some spice. I'm gonna say the spice about 4.5. Yeah, because it was a while since I read this one, but it was a great time. It was a great time. Next is Love and Bonds by Liz Cooper. So this is a 3-book series, and the first book and the third book follow Billy, who is an Omega. This is Omegaverse, y'all. It's Omegaverse. So there's like Redding and alphas and betas and all the things. So Billy is a witch Omega who doesn't want, like, who's been suppressing her Omega-ness because she's trying to live her life, right? And then her father is the head of their coven, and he dies. And he's like, I done already picked out your pack, and so you gonna go see them and da-da-da-da-da. And but also there's some things going down. It's set in Baltimore. So there's some things going down with like covens and like people, other witches going rogue and trying to take over all the covens. And the second book is her bestie boo, who falls down like a portal or something, and she ends up among the land of the Fae. And so Billy has four in her pack, maybe 5. It's 4 or 5. I don't remember at this point because it's been a minute since I read it. And then her bestie has 3 Fae guys. These ones was kind of spicy. I'm gonna give it a 4.5, 4, maybe 4, if I remember correctly. 4 to 4.5 chili peppers on Liz E. Cooper. But they're so good. I enjoyed them so much. I do want to read them again. I just need more time so I can be rereading books I want to read. But then there's new books, and then there's books I ain't read. Child, it's too much. This whole capitalism thing is getting in my way of reading books, and I don't like that for us. Anyway, my queen, Rebekah Weatherspoon. So a part of the Beards and Bondage series, the 3rd book is called Harbor, and it is about the female main character who finds out her boyfriend, almost fiance, is cheating with the male main characters. There's 2 of them who are in a relationship already. Their girlfriend, because they get murdered. So her boyfriend and their girlfriend get murdered together because they were seeing each other, right? And so like they're trying to find answers, and they sort of like collide together and end up getting in a romance, a relationship to partially help grieve and to like move on and things like that. So it deals with things like betrayal, grief, all of that. Rebekah Weatherspoon doesn't miss for me personally. I think this one, I don't remember how the spice is, but like maybe 4, maybe 3.5 to 4. Again, check the trigger warnings, friends. Not a Blac author, but Blac biracial female main character, and that's a part of it's like the Arcane Agent series, which is the second series that spins off of the Arcane Mage series, which we'll talk about in another video about reverse harem. But Arcane Agent is 2 books, I believe, and it follows one of the male main characters from the Arcane Mage series, one of the love interests from that one, his half-sister. And she's a baddie. She's an agent, and she's Black, and I think she's coded as like Black and Latine, if I remember correctly. But it's 2, maybe 3. No, it's 3 love interests, and I've been having so much fun. I read the first book. I might reread the first book, but I've been holding off on reading the second book because I wasn't sure if it was going to be a longer series, because Arcane Mage series was 6 books, and I ate them up. But yes, so good. They're trying to figure out I'm trying not to give spoilers from the first series. They're trying to find the rebel leader who happens to be her uncle. He a little slippery something. And she's like, not on my watch. I'm going to find him and I'm going to kill him. So, and she gets enlisted these 2 other agents who she hates them. So this is enemies to lovers. And they don't like her either because they're kind of sexist, right? One of them is, at least. And then they find out, oh no, she's the real deal. And then they start liking her. And she's just like, I can't like y'all. Really, I got things to do. Anyway, so yes, the next one is not Black, but it's Latine, and it's called My Summer Girl, and it's part of the Monster Stuffer series, which I love the series, if y'all heard me talk about Dear Monster Claus. So this one is set in the spring, summer, or it's set in the summer, but it is why choose and it's queer. So female main character, Dulce, is one of the twin sisters of Xochitl, who, she's never fallen in love. She ends up, she has a play partner, love it because so there's BDSM in it, and the play partner is non-binary, and her sort of dom, I think, when they play. And child, this one might be 5. This one might be a 5. And so she gets, I forget if she gets abducted or she too falls through a portal. But she ended up in another land where the queen is supposed to be getting ready for the summer solstice. And, she's forlorn, and her guard, who's an orc. So this is a lot of characters here. So there's 3 love interests. Like I said, it's queer, very queer. And so they're trying to figure out how to get the blooms to bud because the queen is connected to the land and things like that. And the orc is baby. He's so sweet. He loves his queen down. Loves her. Like for real. But then he meets Dulce, and like he's inexplicably drawn to her. I'm going to read that again this season. That's one of my seasonal books. So, child, yes, get on that. Next for me is The Oath by T.M. Richardson. This is Blac. And there are 3 love interests in this one. This is such a sweet one because the female main character, I love that one. She's in her 40s, I think, 40s or early 50s. And her husband dies of cancer. Her husband makes his friends promise to take care of his wife in his absence, and she's grieving and all of this, and the 3 friends, they just like, all right, we're gonna do this together. And child, they bend her every way but forward backwards into a pretzel. freshly loaded, freshly dried laundry. You know what I mean? So I like that it is older characters. I like that it is on the heels of like, and it features grief and things like that. It was very good. Probably 3.5 on Chili Peppers. Then there's Portal to Pleasure by Viano Oniomoh. Oniomoh also has another one that's like called For the Camera, which I haven't read. I read Portal to Pleasure. I personally was not a big fan of it, but I wanted to include those two on the list as well because they are by an African author. The Portal to Pleasure has 3 love interests. They are demons, aliens, fae, some conglomeration, some of those characters. And I've talked about it before where the female main character, she pretty much summons them accidentally while she's pleasuring herself. And then again, they turn her every way but loose. And I love that for her. I don't remember what For the Camera is about. But I'll put a link for it below in the downstairs areas. Lastly, my girl, Shon, she don't miss. Okay, so she just started the Bliss Peak series maybe last year, and this has been some of my favorite new Why Choose books. And so there's 2. There is Seeing Red, which is the second book, which is a Red Riding Hood retelling. 2 love interests, and then Just Right, which is a Goldilocks retelling. 3 love interests, and both female main characters sort of come into Bliss Peak for various reasons. Golden to get a new start, I believe, and then Red comes in, or True comes in to write because she's a writer and she's having some writer's block and some grief. I love both of these books so much. I have to own physical copies of them. They are spicy. They are probably about 4. But the men that Shon writes, she's another one. Anything she writes, I'm gonna read it. And I own the Kingstown novellas, the omnibus for that. And this is a sort of like spinoff because Bliss Peak is not far from Kingstown. So yes, child, pick them both up because yes, they're so good. I hope you find something here that you like and that you try a little Why Choose. I am going to come back with some more recommendations if y'all like it. So let me know in the downstairs area. Is there something I missed, especially for like Blac, Why Choose, Reverse Ham? Let me know because I need some more recommendations too, and I'm going to read it. As always, friends, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, tell a friend to tell a friend about the channel. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.